Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome new subscribers. Oh my goodness, what an influx. I love it. We're so close to 1,000. We're so close. I think I've had at least a 6% gain from the tractor cab video there on Christmas Eve until now, which, wow, that's great. So directing a lot of this at new subscribers because I'm gonna give you a little bit of show and tell here, Christmas sharing of some of the gifts I got for Christmas. And then I want to tell you what's coming up, and that'll be good for everybody. But new subscribers, be sure to check out this Saturday. I'm still working on the video, editing it, trying to put it together, make it look good. But we're going to go over the whole year. I don't know, I'm trying to decide whether I want to include like the whole channel's history or just this past year. I don't know. I don't want to make the video too long. So anyway, I want to get into show and tell. So first of all, I want to show you a couple of really funny, cool things that my wife got me. So she got me a couple of shirts. This one, I'm sure everybody can relate to. Measure, measure, cut, swear, repeat. Thank goodness I can edit these videos so you don't hear me. Hey, we've all done it. Don't you judge me. All right, next one. This is a very, very true shirt. Very true for me anyway. And this is where I'll be spending a lot of time this winter, down in the barns. Because the next project really is I've got some video shot. I put all this video together and then the weather broke and I had to change my whole direction. But I cleaned up a lot of that old barn that was torn down, and just strewn everywhere, just pieces of wood filled with nails and crap, and I dug that burn pit, burned a lot of it. I'll probably include some of that video in a later video just to catch you up and show you where I am. But I really want to, because I have that barn where all my raw wood is, I want to get that firewood split and I want to get it stacked. So this is a good time to do it, and that's what's going to be happening over this winter. Just trying to get the firewood process back in full swing. Get my stock piled up. My stockpile. That's exactly what it is. Anyway, so that's what's going to be. I'm going to be spending a lot of time in the barn. Another gift I got, so I've had this in my shop forever. It's duct taped together because it's cheap plastic and it's broken. It works, you got to clean up, but I wanted a really good, I know it seems boring, and my wife said, "What do you want that for Christmas?" Anyway, I got, finally, a good dustpan and a really nice horsehair brush to clean up here in the workshop. And like I say, it may seem, but it's an essential part of keeping your workshop clean. And this is nice. This is what I should have. And so now I've got it, and I can just toss out that old plastic thing. Anyway, so I like that. Another thing I needed, and the reason I needed this is more of a gift kind of for my dad too, because he always forgets to bring his hearing protection when he comes over to help me split wood. So I got another set of Worktunes 3M. These are a little bit better. They've got the radio and stuff in them anyway. So anyway, now I definitely have a set for me and an extra set for my dad when he comes to help, just in case he forgets his again. So anyway, now, probably my favorite gift that I got this year from my mom and dad. And I have been working with firewood and trees and whatnot, and I have never owned a real axe. This is a Helco Werk, made in Germany. I hope it's a good brand. It's right around the price point that I wanted. I didn't want to spend way too much money, but I also didn't want just a cheap one. So now I have an axe. And maybe you guys can help me with this. I'm trying to decide. It's a nice, very nice hickory handle, smooth, well made. I'm trying to decide whether I should oil it or not. Obviously, I would never put anything like a varnish on it, and there's no reason to stain it. But maybe just the natural oils from my hand will or I should just leave it the way it is. So let me know. I don't know if that helps preserve it by oiling it, or if it'll make it too slippery or what. But if you have an axe and give me some tips, some pointers. Also, speaking of tips and pointers, I really appreciate, somebody said in the last video they noticed I just shut the tractor right off. And most of the time, I'll idle it down and then shut it off. But I never idle it down and let it sit for a few seconds and then shut it off. Saying with diesel engines, it's better to let them idle down, rest a little bit, and then shut them off. I appreciate the advice. This is why I start to me to help you and you to help me. It's a big community thing, and I absolutely love you, the whole YouTube community for that. We have a really, really good group of people for what this subject matter is. Everybody is always, you know, respectful, kind, and helpful, and that's the way I want to keep it. So, you know, with the YouTube channel going forward and probably breaching 1,000 by New Year's, oh, that would be awesome. I'm sure it's coming. You know, I just want to keep everything the way it is and everybody be nice to each other. So anyway, let's talk about what future projects are in store and what you can expect from the channel. So there are some big things for the summer. Obviously, there's you know, I've got a lot of land here. There's a lot of maintenance to be done. The tractor work is just piled up waiting, but some stuff that's a little bit more cool than just working the land. We here are going to build a very large deck and pool off the back of the house. The house is just begging for a deck and a pool. It doesn't have one. We had a pool at the old house, and we want to put in like a real pool, and we're going to do a Trex deck. I've built decks before. I've never built a deck attached to a house. I've been doing a lot of research on it. I'm going to be reaching out to you guys if you're experts in that field, if you have any pointers. But that's something you're going to see me do from start to finish in the spring, early summer. And also, the opposite of that. My parents have owned a pool for 35 years almost now, and the deck, the treated lumber deck, it's at its end. Some of the material is good, but most of it isn't. So that would all have to be replaced. The maintenance for the pool is just piling up, and at their age, taking care of the pool has become too much. So it is time to say goodbye to their pool. Taking it apart, dismantling it, and then filling it in, and I'm going to attempt to do as much of that I can with that little tiny Kubota BX, and we're gonna be doing a lot of work over there. Whatever material is left from that deck that is decent, I'd like to bring over here. And you know my barns are in disrepair. Where they tore down the old barn, there's two empty, wide open ends. So I'd like to use some of that material to repurpose and build some framing and put some walls together for the ends of the barns. That's coming up. There's going to be a lot of planting trees here. We have wide open fields, so we'd like a little privacy when we put that pool in. There's just going to be so much to do. Also, I am probably going to make a large equipment purchase in the spring, and you'll have to tune in to see what that is. But I'm still debating it. It's a lot of money, so it's like, oh, I don't know. It's probably not a new tractor. A lot of you have thought maybe Sam's going to buy a bigger tractor. That BX has been doing just what it needs to do. As much as I might want a new tractor, I don't necessarily need a new tractor. But this other purchase is something I will certainly make my life a lot easier. So anyway, I appreciate you tuning in. I hope you had a very good holiday, a Merry Christmas, and New Year's is right around the corner. Almost 1,000 subscribers. I'm thrilled about it. So, hey, tune in for Saturday to get the recap, and after that, we're getting back to work because, believe it or not, vacations and taking breaks are not my cup of tea. I like to do stuff. So, we'll see you Saturday, and we'll see you for the New Year's, and tune in for 2023 to see what kind of stuff Sam's doing. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. See you then.